I've been kind of peeping out social media.
Yeah.
Kenny Stubblefield, and a lot of things. The Grizzlies have had a pretty busy all season doing what they're doing, restructuring things, building this team a different way, new coach. They're not half-assing it. They got a new coach, new system, and they're building the roster according to the way he likes to play.
Yep.
I'm excited to see what that looks like. And we had a new offense last year with the same coach and assistant coaches who was basically your interim coach, and all this weird stuff going on. Now we got a clean slate, different personnel, new coach, new assistant coaches, all those type of things. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. But something else that I've casually observed, Kenny Stubblefield, is that one Demetrius Jamel Morant seems to be in great spirits. Kenny Stubblefield, he seems to be happy. He's being quiet. He ain't really saying too much on Twitter. He ain't shit talking. He's just out here, man, out here in Japan, China, New York, WNBA games, releasing shoes. You know what I mean?
Stacking dollars.
Stacking dollars, man. And I will say this, Kenny. I'm going to stand on this and say, Kenny, remind you guys that Happy Ja is a scary Ja. But there is an asterisk beside that, but for real this time.
For real this time, though. Because we had the same conversation last year, Anthony. We had the same conversation.
But I do want to remind people that Ja Morant is one of the better players in the NBA.
Yeah.
And he, shout out to Black Ninja DJ, put his comment up there.
Got it.
He seems to be having a very fun offseason. I don't mean like fun like turning up to tequila and wilding out and hanging. You haven't seen any videos of him on none of that type of stuff. It's strictly been strictly taking care of business. Promotions for Nike. You've got all-star baseball players doing your celebration. You got NFL guys doing your celebration. Little league teams, soccer players, and we talked about this. We talked about this in the middle of the gun controversy with Ja. How he's still that dude. And I told you, man, do not be fooled, bro. Like the stuff that Ja is doing, and I think Nike is not punishing them for it, but I think they're going to lean into it, and they have. You saw the commercial they had for advertising this media run he's doing, this rollout he's doing of his shoes and all this traveling campaign he's doing, and it led with pigeons on the ground. That's what he said about my guy Khalil Ware. So I think that I'm expecting to have a great year from Ja this year. Of course, health is a caveat to that, but he just looks different. He looks like he's just out here taking care of business, and you would hope that he does look different, man. He's older, he's about to turn 26 this year, as opposed to being the 19 or 20-year-old that he was coming into the league, man.
Level of maturity is what you're talking about, right? Like there's a maturing of Ja that we're seeing, and I think, like, I think we gotta forget the idea, like. We have a certain perception of what we want Ja to look like publicly, right? Like how we want him to respond and like be happy. Like, do we want him to become like an Anthony Edwards who's constantly joking, constantly goofy, constantly, saying funny things like that? That's never going to be Ja, right? Like it's just not his personality. It's not what he does. The level of peace, I think, and you've talked about this protecting your peace, right? Is just being able to move and being able to do the things that bring peace into your life. And I would suspect as he's maturing and as he's growing, as his daughter's getting older, as his whole camp and things are starting to kind of really round out into shape, this is what we're seeing out of him. And I think it's awesome.
And if you're an involved father, man, your kids getting older grows you up fast. Because God. I'm older, of course, but just year by year with Gabe is growing me up. You know what I mean? So even with me being the age I am, it's your kids growing up on you ages you, man, for sure. Ages you maturity wise. I don't feel like an old man, but maturity wise, it's definitely aging me up, man, for sure.
What do you think in terms of, like, let's talk about, so off the court, yes, mature. We're seeing some maturity. What does a Ja Morant mature basketball game look like? Like, what does his game look like as he's maturing personally? How does his basketball game mature?
Finding ways to score in between layups and 3-pointers. I talk about this a lot, man. There were so many bad habits that came into Ja Morant and just this Grizzlies team because we had a doof as a coach for 6 years, man. Like and like the whole let it fly, like that stuff is crazy, bro. And I think that, like I said, you're gonna see some inconsistency. You're gonna have some bumps, growing pains with Coach Isolo, right? But I do not question that dude's basketball acumen at all. I think that he's going to instill some things that will make Ja look a lot better. And I think that if Ja can focus on that mid-range game, focus on getting that floater back, all those type of things. And I think in the system where, Coach Isolo is going to be gearing this thing to make Ja look as good as possible, he's going to look as good as possible this year. I think we're going to see that old Ja Morant back, man. And I think there's pressure on him to be that.
Yeah.
Whether that be from Nike or just whatever, man. Like I said, Ja hasn't made an All-Star game in like 3 years now. He hasn't been All-NBA in even longer time.
It's crazy. It's
so,
crazy.
this is that year to do that, man. He's going to have to get out there and do his thing.
Was it just me? Let me ask you this. Was it just me, or did you notice at the end of last year a different Ja Morant jump shot? Did you notice that it went in a lot more, that it looked better, that it looked smoother? Like even the grenade.
He had a celebration that was coming behind it, bro.
And I agree, but it seemed interesting to me. Something like that's always been kind of the one of the weaker parts of his game is his outside shooting. And I haven't had a chance, and I haven't even tried to go look at the numbers from the last part of the season.
I think somebody posted and said that like Ja, after he did that grenade celebration, his 3-point percentage was like way better than ever
way better, right?
Yeah.
Like those are the levels of I guess even like a maturing basketball game, as well as just kind of shoring up some of those like weaker spots of your game, right? Like the outside shooting. If Ja can consistently hit mid-range outside jump shots, he becomes the most unguardable guy.
Oh yeah, he'll be literally unguardable because nobody can get to the basket like he can. And if he's able to knock down anything that makes teams have to play him honest and not, just trap the paint like they do on him now.
Jared, I would love for you to go watch that. I would love for you to go see, because it feels like to me, coming back from that 6 game out right when TJ was fired, those last couple of weeks of the season, there seemed to be a absolutely different shooting Ja. And I'd love to see if the numbers back that up, what that means, like where he was before, where he was after. But it just seemed different to me. I don't know.
Well, yeah, man, I'm liking it, man. Like I said, he's out there doing the shoe swap with Sabrina Ionescu. He's doing, he's out there and doing this is China, Japan, both. Which one is he doing? The tour he's on.
I think he's doing both. I think he's China and Japan.
Yeah, man. I love it, bro. I love it. We've always seen him doing the EYBL stuff, and we've always seen him out doing that type of stuff. But he's really moving like a brand right now. He started his own, his own publication, like media publication company.
Catch 12.
All those type of things. Yeah, man. I'm loving all of it, man. There's been a couple weird things I'm not gonna mention, but we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it positive with Ja, man, for sure.
Yep.
But like I said, I'm excited about what this season is gonna look like for him. I think that he's going to look a lot more like the guy that we saw a few years ago. And sometimes, man, when there's turmoil in the organization and you've known nothing but the organization you played for, you don't know what good is until you get to good. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of Grizzlies fans, we're going to see growing pains with Tomas Islo. He's a rookie coach.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. That stuff he did last year don't count for nothing. Like he's a rookie coach coming in, man. And I still think that through that you'll see that this team is in better hands with someone who's an actual professional coach who knows the game. And not
Man said this perfectly. I like the difference in the quality of shot that Ja was getting from both coaches. T.I. was short notice, but started playing to Ja's strengths, and I totally agree with that.
Yes, man. Yes.
Totally agree with that. So imagine what that will look like with a training camp and an actual roster that fits what the head coach is trying to do. 100%.
And I'll say this too, man. Like I was thinking about this yesterday, as far as big men, and I saw somebody on somebody else's video, and they were talking about they really liked man, I forgot my guy's name, man.
On the Grizzlies?
J-Huff. So they really like J-Huff, right? As opposed to the guys they got in now. And people were like, well, these guys they got now are guys who are fit towards Taylor Jenkins' system. And I'm like, man, like with that being said, Jaren is a big still on this team. Santi is a big still on this team. I wonder, does Isolo have plans to really use those guys in more screening actions? You know what I mean? Ja and Jaren have never had a two-man game. And I don't know if he's going to use Jaren as a ball handler. He's going to use Jaren as a screen owner. He's going to use him as a shooter.
Yeah.
But because with Jenkins, the default was to go stick Jaren in the corner. You know what I mean? Or give him the ball and everybody get out of the way. I just want to see how Isolo is going to use Jaren as opposed to how he was used.
If you can turn Jaren into a quality screener, that actions can be run off of that.
Yeah, he's
screen.
unguardable, bro.
Imagine what that looks like then when you have Zach Edey and Jaren Jackson Jr. being able to do both of those things at the same time. Like that's such a different, because then you're talking about not just on ball screens, you're talking about Jaren being able to set, wing screens, like slip screens, those off ball screens, things like that, that just makes everything look different, man. Yeah. Totally different.
I'm excited, man. Like I said, this is going to be a different type of year, but we're in a new era. For the Memphis Grizzlies, man. We're about to enter a new era. We've had the grit and grind era. We've had the Grizz next gen. These guys aren't kids anymore, man. These guys are about to turn 26 years old. Jaren and Ja, they're going into their prime. And they're younger players around those guys that they've got to be the leaders for. So we're transitioning from one era into another one. I don't know what we're calling this new one that we're about to go into.
Gen this,
or whatever.
Kind of like mem this. Gen
this. No, get that out of here. Oh, nothing is a play on words for mem this.
Not next gen, but gen this.
G-E-N. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna call it. They ain't gotta call it nothing. I just want to see them look good on the court.
Hey, I got a name for them. Let's call them world champions. How's that?
Yeah, it's called them world champions, man, for sure.